Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome back to the cabin build series. If you guys haven't been following along, we're obviously building this cabin right behind me here, right next to the lake that I grew up on, and we're going to be using it as a family camp. We're going to be using it for fishing, hunting, and just filming some content for the YouTube channel. And I'm documenting the whole build. So if you guys want to see more videos in this series, I'll leave a playlist right up here with all the videos in there. In the last video, I told you guys actually tonight into tomorrow, we're supposed to get our first significant snowfall. In fact, it's just starting to spit snow right now. We're supposed to get 6 to 10 inches up here. So I wanted to get this thing all wrapped up. There was a race against time to try to get this thing up and dried in before winter hit. It's December already, so we're lucky it kind of held off a little bit. But you can see there is some snow on the ground, but we're supposed to get our first significant snowfall tonight. So I just finished taping up all the windows. All the windows and doors are in. Everything's good to go. We do have to put 2 windows up in the gable end here at some point. I got to get some custom windows built for that, but for all purposes, we got a roof, we got windows, everything's taped up and dry. So for now, we're pretty much gonna work on the inside, finishing up some stuff. We gotta do pretty much everything. So I'm gonna pick away at that. These videos are not meant to be like a how-to or anything. It's just to kind of document my progress and something to look back on, something for entertainment for you guys. I'm not going to show you every painstaking detail that I do, every nail that I pound, and just let the camera run. So it's kind of like just showing milestones. I might show some time-lapse stuff or just, different stuff that we're doing in the camp. But I got to go clear up a couple trees out back here right now before the snow comes down so we can get the snowmobile in this winter. There's a tree across our trail, so I got to cut that up, move that out of the way. And then we're going to head inside and start putting our stairway together. We already got it kind of built, but I want to put the treads on it, the temporary treads on it, and then we'll be able to get up into the loft and start flooring that over. So stay tuned. Let's go get to work. Yes, I realize I look like an idiot wearing all my safety gear, but I'm up here by myself, and I'd like to go home at the end of the day with both my legs, so I'm gonna wear it. I just got a little dinky husky here. I don't know if we're gonna be able to cut through that big tree out there or not, but definitely gonna give it a whirl. Kind of snake around there and go right into camp. Good enough for this year. I'll clean it up in the summer, make it a little bit better probably, but it's starting to dump, so let's go inside and see if we can get some indoor stuff done.
It's not quite so critical to having, easy on these, but
No, not enough.
good now.
All right, headed out for the day. I'm gonna come back probably next week, the end of this week, and see how much snow we got. Okay. Not too bad today. Gonna be though. Oh, let's get out of here. And just like that, it's winter in Maine. It's actually almost a full week after we had that snowstorm, and there's still a lot of snow on all the trees, as you could see from the drone footage, but it still hasn't fallen off the trees. It was a heavy, wet snow, and then we had 3 or 4 really cold nights, and it just hasn't melted. But it's supposed to melt, I think, tomorrow, and the next day we're gonna get a little bit of rain, but the snow is here, and it's probably here to stay for the most part. Actually went ice fishing today on a pond just down the road from here. I'm not quite sure if we're gonna do a video on it. I probably will, just a kind of a quick little ice fishing video, but we got a few brook trout, a few stocked fish. The lake down here is not frozen at all. We can go down and check that out. That's what the camp looks like from the road down here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it from this view, but cool. Can't wait to do a little bit of ice fishing down here this year. I'm hoping that we'll have good ice for opening day, which is January 1st for this lake. You can see we just got a little bit of ice here in the cove. Man, is it quiet out here. No one around. It ain't all that warm out, folks. It ain't all that warm, to be honest with you. I've been ice fishing all day, so I'm gonna go finish sanding. I got 3 more beams left to sand in there, so I'm gonna get those done. And I picked up a bunch of flooring for the loft the other day. So we got all the flooring that we need for that loft. It's 2-inch thick pine tongue and groove, so 8-inch boards, so it's gonna go down pretty quick and hopefully look pretty nice. That'll be the next step. We're gonna work on putting that flooring in up in the loft, and then I gotta figure out what we're gonna do for wiring. Whoa, I think it's colder in here than it is outside. I've sanded all these beams. I'm not trying to get them like perfectly smooth. They were rough sawn beams that we put in. Had a guy locally mill them for us, so they had a few spots where it was like, you know, just the fuzzies left over from the mill. Some, you know, pieces hanging off. Of course, we walked on them. It was wet a couple days when we were working, so they got footprints and dirt all over them. So I wanted to get all that off, and that's what I've been working on. Oh, I'll show you right here. Kind of like this, from where they were, you know, stuck in the garage. I had them sitting there, so I want to get that stuff off. And then we're gonna put a coat of finish on them. You can see what I'm talking about. It's got just some little fibers up there that we want to sand off. And then we can put a coat of varnish on there, do it on a warmer day. It's supposed to have a 55-degree day in 2 days. We might come up and just roll some varnish on, poly on, and then we can put that floor down.
Some of this on and work right up there on it too.
Yeah, I know. It'll be good. Just get a couple rows going. You lined up there at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we don't have to use it.
Alright, you're coming no way an inch and a half.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's gonna come out a little bit.
When?
What cameras are behind you too?
Oh yeah. Still going too. Half done. A little more than half.
Go pretty good now.
All right, so we finished the loft flooring. Loft flooring is completely done. You can see this is what our ceilings are gonna look like right here. This is all, we pre-finished this and finished that as well. So now that's our ceiling. We're in the bathroom here. That's what it's gonna look like, exposed beam. Go into the bedroom, same deal. Looks really good. And this is out over the kitchen, so I'll give you guys a little look at what the loft actually looks like upstairs. These are just our temporary treads or plywood. We'll end up putting some nice wooden treads down. So here's the loft floor. Looks pretty good. My dad took a orbital floor sander and sanded all this the other day. So what we want to do on the next nice day is put a couple coats of finish on this so we can work up here and not, ruin this floor and have to sand it 100 times. So today, I think what we're going to do is we're going to put like a half wall right here, kind of like a little privacy wall. So we're going to work on framing that out, get a little privacy wall up here. And we'll have a bed over in here, so people down below can't see you up in here. And then once we get that done, the loft is pretty much done, aside from putting a coat of poly on there. And then, like much further down the road, we're gonna put some knee walls, like maybe like a 2-foot knee wall, all the way across. But we're not gonna do that until we've put tongue and groove on the ceiling all the way down, because I think it'll just be easier to do it at that point. So once we get this half wall built, we can tongue and groove that all the way up, put some wiring in there for some switches. The loft is done. So This is a pretty good job done. And then today we're probably gonna actually do a little bit of wiring as well. I'm gonna set a few flags, set a few traps for some brook trout here, right along shore while we're working in the camp. And see if we can catch anything today. The lake just froze over the other day, so it looks like it's frozen pretty good right here, but it's really not. It's wide open out in the middle. No idea how much ice we got, but we should have enough to walk on a little ways out here. So I'm gonna walk out, test the ice, see how much ice we got, set a couple traps, and we'll head back up in the camp, keep working, see if we can get a couple flags, catch a couple brook trout today. All right. All I got is shiners. I'd rather use worms or crawlers right now, but this is what I got. Holy, it's windy, boys.
I think so. Probably have a piece on the outside of that eventually anyway, right? Assuming we'll just put pine out here till your wire and everything's done, 'cause you might want a couple outlets over there or something, right? Hopefully that's not gonna crack.
That worked all right.
Yep.
I'm gonna trim around it anyway.
Yes. Well, you can make it whatever you want.
So that would be 45.
Yeah, plus the 2x4 is going to sit on top of it. Alright. Probably going to have to adjust here. You kind of hold everything?
Yeah.
Looks like you did something.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Cap on the floor on that edge there.
Yeah.
And then I can lift this right up here, I think. Just watch that floor.
Hey.
You cut it.
Yeah.
Okay. Almost made it, huh?
Yeah. Oh.
Like it?
Yeah. These traps have been sitting here for probably, I don't know, 4 hours. I haven't even touched them. This one just went up. Try to see what we got here. I don't know. Still on there or not. It's not moving. Oh, jeez. Yeah, he's still on there. Yep. What do we got? What do we got? Feels decent size. Took a lot of line. Oh my gosh. Hope he's not wrap me up. Might be a lake trout. We're only in like 3-4 feet of water though. What do we got? Ooh. Oh. Yeah, looks like a lake trout. No way.
It's a lake trout. Boom. Alright. Nice little lake trout. I don't know how he was in that shallow water, but hey, it was a good fight. Sweet. Oh!
Pretty good now. Oh, yeah, I'll put that angle on this too. This doesn't have to be perfect, huh? No. 35 and a half. Come on, real good there, dude.
It's fine.
Just camp, right?
Is that nail gun up there?
Yep. I don't want to use whole pieces here, don't you, if you can? Put your knot in it. Right. Go your way. Half inch. I don't know. Probably that shit was so cold in one dry with that.
Let's see.
Probably gonna be so good, you're gonna be perfect anyway.
Might be.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah. That's probably good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not going anywhere, is it?
No. Probably want to
Set
set
those
those,
a
a
little.
little bit.
You know, piece of board, let it overhang a little bit. I think that's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Sand that a little bit.
Yep.
Probably want
Cool. Got that all done. Let's go see what it looks like.
pieces of this stuff that
That looks good. Get a little privacy up here when you're sleeping. It's perfect. Alright guys, well that wraps up this episode of the Lakeside Cabin build. We got the loft floor all done. It's all decked over. We got the wall on the stairway here completely built and tongue and grooved, which is kind of funny because nothing else even has like insulation or anything done to it. But this is an interior wall and we wanted to get tongue and groove on that. We did half of it so we could put the stairway right against that tongue and groove, so it would just be easier to do it now. And then we built that half wall today, went all the way up with it to the top. I really like that. It gives it some privacy up there. It's gonna cut off a little bit of light coming out of those windows up in the loft, but I think it'll be good when we get some beds up there. It'll give us some privacy. We got all that done. So next video, we're gonna work on, we are gonna seal that floor up probably in a couple days. I'm gonna put a couple coats of poly on there just to get it sealed up so we don't track it all up. And then we're gonna start doing some wiring. So it's not a very big place, but we've got some specific stuff I wanna put in here. We're gonna get all the wiring done, and then we're going to work on insulating it. And that's gonna be a pretty cool project. You guys will see why. Definitely stick around for that. It's gonna be, I'm pretty excited about getting some insulation in here and getting this thing kind of blocked in so we can get some heat up in here because it's getting cold. The weather up here in Maine's been pretty crazy. It's been like really warm all fall, and we had a bunch of snow, and then we had a bunch of rain. All the snow's gone, and then yesterday it snowed again, and 2 days from now it's supposed to rain again, and it's just miserable. So The lakes are starting to freeze a little bit. The big lake out here, as you guys saw, we did a little ice fishing, we caught a fish out there, and but the middle of the lake is still wide open. So, and it's almost middle of January. Not looking good for the rest of the season, but it is what it is. We'll just keep chipping away up here. Anyways, guys, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Anything you could think of that you think we ought to do to this camp that we haven't already. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.